Yeah. What's going on, everybody?
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Absolutely nothing. I gotta be I gotta be honest. Ever since school started, I've just been busy with work and education. I've been trying to at least get like at least 30 minutes to an hour in of gameplay. But the problem with that is that some of the games in my backlog are RPGs, so that's an issue. So,
Get a
but
Steam
yeah,
Deck, bro. It'll make
but
it easier.
but yeah, that's pretty much my dilemma right now, and hopefully Steam Deck will fix that if I have the money for it.
Uh, I'm kind of in the same boat with Ash. The semester just started back up, so I'm like busy. So pretty much just Fortnite, honestly, and Persona 5. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had like hour and a half to kill, so I was like, hey, whatever. Nah, I looked and I'm like, man, I just bought the Destiny skins, dude. And like, so the only skin I'm gonna get if it drops 100% for sure is if they do the Kratos skin. I will 100% cop that.
Ooh, that's
Like,
worth.
yeah,
That's worth.
yeah. I was gonna get the Venom. I was so close, man. I was debating for a long, like 2 days, like to get the Venom. I'm like, nah, dude, nah. Yeah, it's almost $20. Like,
Oh, that's the conversion.
yeah,
Jesus. All right.
it's like $16 or something like that, like 2000. Yeah, that's more worth it, dude. Because I was looking at Moon Knight too, and it was like 1,500, and I'm like, man, like that's kind of a rip off for one skin, dude. Like, nah.
I will pick it up as soon as I get more time. The thing is, I was going to cop the Divine Edition because they were actually available before launch day and stuff. But I went back to my in my head and I said, listen, am I like I really want this game, but do I really want it to the point I want to spend $100 for the Divine Edition just like with Three Houses? No. So I'm still going to get the game probably maybe 2 to 3 weeks later down the line. I did watch my friends, including you, watching you play it as well, and I have to say, man, the UI and the overall graphics in the game look so freaking amazing. Like the quality of life when it comes to the animations, like it's just everything's great. The story though and the characters are really really funny. Like, I hope nobody takes the story too seriously for that game because I mean it's more. I look at the game as like celebration of Fire Emblem. They try to bring all the other lords from the other games all together and stuff and everything, and it's just there's certain like funny moments. I mean, I feel like most of the time there are a lot of funny moments in Engage. I enjoy it myself, if anything. So, but yeah,
What's up, dude?
what's up? Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I noticed when I was watching my friend playing on hard mode for like the I think for the second chapter and stuff. It's really goaded. I actually like all everything about the gameplay for Engage, so I'm definitely gonna pick that game up soon, if anything.
Yeah, I have it, I just haven't started it. That's why I wanted to watch the stream, but I'm like, I don't want anything spoiled, and I'm not gonna play it, like
Oh yeah, I always play everything on hard mode. So
Yeah, I've been busy, man. I wanted to. I've been thinking about it, but I'm like, if I start it, I'll only be able to play it today, and then I won't for like a week. So I'm like, I don't want to think about it. Yeah, right. And I'm playing Persona too, like, so that's a long game. So I'm like, I don't want to start another long game, like, and not
I
finish them.
I'm already on that curse of playing so many long games in a row. I'm just like, man, I gotta finish one of these one day. Like, come on.
That's why I'm
Ugh.
just sticking to Persona for now until Dead Space, because Dead Space you can beat probably like over a
Oh,
weekend.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Hold on. Say something. Yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can hear us.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, yep. Right.
Halo.
Trash, trash. It what it didn't change the story though. They just added like, a little bit. Yeah, which isn't bad, like, that's okay, 'cause you have to translate it to TV in some way, like, games won't translate directly to TV. Yeah. The 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 on Rotten Tomatoes, bro, it has a 99%. Which
Whoa,
is
$99?
it's very rare for anything
Wow,
to
that's
have a
amazing.
99%, and the
That's
audience
amazing.
score is 95. So it's like on the
That's
other
crazy.
hand, Velma has a 6% audience score and,
Oh,
50% tomato meter, like, I'm
why
not
are people
watching that,
hate
dude.
the reason why it's like number 1 on HBO Max because people are hate watching this show.
Which I tell
Why
everyone
would you
not to
watch
do
it?
it. Don't hate
Exactly.
watch it, like,
Don't
because
hate
that's what they
watch
want you to
anything.
do.
Like, is they just fell for the bait. But let's not go off too much of it off a tangent.
Yeah,
Let's move on. Like, Jesus.
that was just my funny bit.
Hold up. I'll check
Uh,
again. Oh, okay, yeah, now I know what she's talking about. Yeah, I can't hear
yeah,
you.
I can't hear you.
There you go. Now that's fixed. The wonder. The whole time we're talking, that's probably why the guy didn't
There you
say
go.
what's up.
Fixed.
The Ricky Holiday guy. I said what's up to left. There we go. Yeah, that's fixed. I was testing something out, trying to fix something, and I had put mute output but monitor, and I guess I was stuck
Oh.
on that. So yeah, double check. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're able to hear you now. But dang, this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20
Uh,
minutes in.
That's funny. So the whole
Dang,
time I was talking and nobody was hearing my stuff. Oh man.
I'm
Oh,
crying.
oh well. So that's hilarious that was happening there. All right. Well, I guess I'll explain the giveaway at the end then, and we'll just continue from there, and going on with that. But yeah, like we were talking about the Last of Us TV show and how great we think it is. So for sure, if you haven't checked out the Last of Us TV show, definitely check it out. So far, it's been amazing. I'm loving it. I think we're all loving it, and hopefully, people take note on how great like a video game adaptation could be. But yeah, moving on to our next topic, we have. Oh yeah, small segments going in there. So yeah, and the Last of Us TV show also helped out with sales of The Last of Us. Looks like a lot more people. I know Fan bought Last of Us Part One after watching the show, and he's excited to play that. So yeah, and it looks like sales are going through. And I'll admit, I didn't buy Last of Us Part One. I have the original Last of Us, right, the PS3 version, and then I upgraded to the PS4 version. And I didn't buy Part One because I was like, I already played the game twice. Why do I need to play it a third time? But after watching Episode One, I was like, man, I might buy it. I'm gonna hold off and wait till it comes out on PC so I can play it on Steam Deck. Um, but yeah, Black Myth Wukong is real. So I'm not sure if you guys know about Black Myth Wukong, but they showed off like a tech demo a while back, and it just said now hiring. And then people were like, "Oh, this game's amazing." They didn't even announce any platforms or anything like that. And when I first saw it, I was like, "Man, this game is not a game. Like this is not real. I don't believe it's real or anything like that." But they did announce it in a stop motion trailer showing that it is coming out in 2024. Did you guys watch that trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty hilarious.
Not yet for me.
No,
Wait, which trailer?
the Black Man Wukong
Yeah.
reveal trailer, the like release date trailer.
Recently?
Yeah, it came out like a couple days ago.
Oh no, I didn't watch that one.
All
No, no,
right,
no.
so that one's hilarious because they're celebrating the year of the rabbit, right? Because of the Lunar New Year, and basically it's a stop motion animation where everybody's basically like a rabbit, and
Right.
they go through and he gets like the game Black Myth Wukong, and he has like an old PC, and he goes in and like puts the disc into the PC, and it downloads and his whole PC crashes. So then it like fast forwards into like he goes to like a store, and there's a guy, he goes to a store, and there's a guy who looks like the CEO of Nvidia there, but he's like in rabbit form. He goes
Jensen.
yeah, he goes and gives him some money, and then he's there like laughing, he's like ha 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 and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Alfred? Appreciate you coming in.
Hey, what
What's going
up?
on, bro?
Didn't miss much, man. You missed it. I was muted. That was the most
Again.
thing. I was muted in the beginning there, but yeah, appreciate the subscription, man. But yeah, so like in the stop motion animation, he goes through and he gives him like the money. He gets like a new GPU, and I forget what they call it. They don't call it like RTX. They call it like some other name. It's hilarious. But then
Oh man, I definitely gotta watch it now.
You gotta watch
that's
it.
Hello. God, that sounds.
oh, Soul
really
Star,
fun.
yeah, what's up, man? Appreciate you stopping in, man. But yeah, it was hilarious. I was laughing at it. But then at the end of the trailer, they show off that it's coming out in 2024. There's no release date, so yeah, I'm interested
Wasn't
to
it
see
supposed
that.
to come out this year?
No, they never had a release date.
No.
All the trailers they showed off was just said now hiring, which is why I didn't think it was a real game. I thought it was kind of like a what do you call it? A almost like a tech demo to get people
Yeah,
to
tech demo.
get hired, right? Kind of think of it like the Final Fantasy VII tech demo from PS3, right? That was never a real game. It was just a tech demo. I thought this was like the same thing, but apparently it wasn't. I mean, I guess it is a real game, and I was wrong. So I'm glad to be wrong about that because Black Myth Wukong looks amazing. Definitely like it. For those of you who don't know, it's basically retelling the story Journey to the West, which is fun fact. Dragon Ball is based off Journey to the West. Hence, Son Goku is basically Wukong. That's basically who he is. He rides on a cloud and all that stuff. So a lot of similarities. Oh, what you got there?
I got the book.
Oh, I can't see it. Your camera is
I
washing it
know
out.
it's a lot of exposure, but
yeah.
it's the Journey to the West. I don't know if I can zoom
Nice.
in.
I've been wanting to read that
Got,
book. I might have to
I
pick
got
that
it
up.
back in high school. It's a joyful read. It's amazing.
I want to read it, man. But yeah, like the combat in it looks amazing. Like the enemies, all that stuff looks amazing. Uh, but yeah, hopefully it comes out in 2024 and doesn't get pushed back like most other things do. Rainbow Six movie seems to be moving forward because they did announce that Michael B. Jordan will be reprising his role as John Clark from Without Remorse. So if those of you who don't know, Rainbow Six is set in the Tom Clancy universe, and Amazon has like the rights of like most of the Tom Clancy stuff. And they did the Without Remorse movie. I believe, yeah, Without Remorse movie, which is where the character John Clark comes in play, which was played by Michael B. Jordan in the movie. Fun fact is John Clark was originally in Jack Ryan, but for some reason they haven't showed him in the Jack Ryan TV series. But yeah, so that's moving forward because Michael B. Jordan has announced that he's going to be doing that role, which is pretty interesting. He's a good actor, so I want to see how the Rainbow Six movie is going to be. I mean, I don't know how much, like, I honestly don't know how you can do a Rainbow Six movie, but we'll see. We'll see how they do with that. I haven't watched Without Remorse yet. I told my wife we're gonna check that out because they look pretty interesting. I like the Tom Clancy universe. Like I just like the military aspect of all those stuff. So I'm excited to see that. It's also being directed by Chad Stileski, I believe is how you pronounce his name.
Sounds right.
He's known for doing the John Wick series, so it's got to be good if he's behind it. I would assume so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
I hope so.
I don't get my hopes up for anything. So I
Yeah.
actually just got done watching all 3 John Wick movies.
Yeah, I can't wait for the fourth one, right? Yeah, fourth
Yeah,
one comes out
yeah,
in
it
I
comes
March.
out
have
in
not
March.
seen
Yeah.
a single John Wick movie yet,
You're missing
What is
out,
wrong with you,
man.
dude?
bro.
What?
You are missing
It's like literally
out.
the best. Not only is it a great action movie, but it has a great story too. Like and like they do great world building,
Yeah,
like in it. Like so, it's really good. They're actually supposed to come out with the show too,
yeah,
called The Continental.
yeah. That's based in
So
the same universe. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, I highly agree. I agree with Mike. You gotta watch it. The movies are
Oh,
amazing.
I don't see nothing wrong with the movies. It's just like I just barely find time to watch them.
Yeah,
So
put it on before
that's
you
all
go
it
to
really
sleep, dude.
is.
Like,
that's true. That's
you
true.
gotta. There's never time. You gotta make time. You
Yeah,
know, that's what I've learned in my busy life. Is like if you want something done, you gotta make time.
that is true.
Sure.
That's facts. That's how it's gonna be. The older you get, that's what. Where's the
Yeah.
wisdom right there? Where's the wisdom right
Yep.
there? But yeah, moving on to one of our main topics. Crystal Dynamics is finally ending support for Marvel Avengers. I
I'm
mean,
so shocked.
I know, right? Like, I think all of us saw that coming,
Thank
and
God. Thank God.
and it's one of those things they tried hard, and they just failed. I mean, what's everyone's thoughts on that? Let's start with you, Mike.
Like I didn't even know that game was still a thing, dude. I thought it already lost support because it like bombed so hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you know they made Spider-Man Sony exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
you know, which is like whack. You know what I mean? He's kind of
Yeah.
like a main Avenger, and you have an Avengers game, and you can only play Spider-Man on Sony
Yeah.
PlayStation. You know, and I've never played it, but from what I've seen, it just looks like such a bad game, dude. It just looks like your typical looter shooter.
Yeah. What about you, Ash? What's your thoughts?
One phrase, thank God, because like the overall level design for like all of the Avengers was terrible. I think the worst was Spider-Man because they practically just copy and paste his model into the game. Had him swing a whole bunch of places for in any level design that was not made for him. Um, I can tell you this much: at least they did a decent job with the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's like a C plus game to me at least. But other than that,
Guardians of the Galaxy,
mm-hmm, yeah.
the actual game, I thought it was great. I thought that game was actually good.
I'm not
Like,
really a big fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy of myself, but a friend of mine gifted me the game. I tried it out on myself. I'm like, you know what? This is like actually way better than the Marvel's Avengers game. So
Yeah.
I gave it a C plus in my opinion. But yeah, I'm glad they're ending the service for it, and I hope they do better next time. You're hoping for better performance, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to me, it's like I never played the game because I heard it was bad. But not only that, like the minute I heard it was a live service game, I was like, it's a pass. Like anytime somebody announces a live service game, already I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna enjoy it. But like this brings another question to me, like, are live services games pretty much dead on arrival? Because to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, the only live service game I can think of, I mean, I guess you can consider Fortnite a live service as well, but like in my head, I don't consider that a live
Fortnite
service
is
because it's
not.
like a battle royale.
Yeah, Fortnite's a battle royale. Live service would
Yeah,
be like
Destiny,
yeah, like
like
Destiny, like games
Warframe.
like that, Warframe. Yeah,
Warframe.
that's like
Okay,
live service. But Fortnite's like a battle royale
yeah,
because it does update, I guess, but it
yeah,
doesn't like it just changes the map. It doesn't make you buy things. You know what I mean, like
yeah,
DLC and stuff like that.
yeah. And that's what I'm wondering. Like, are live service games just pretty much dead on arrival now? Like, Destiny seems to be the only
Yeah,
one that's had success, and I guess you could say like Warframe as well. But other than that,
yeah,
I don't know of
Warframe is
any
really
other.
niche in live
Yeah,
service. They
yeah.
used to be like a bit more popular back when they first started and stuff, but now later on, like their popularity has slowly been dwindling a little bit and everything and stuff. You know.
yeah,
I
Um.
think with live service games, you can only play one at any given time because they take so much time to do anything.
yeah.
So it's like I think
It
if
does.
someone's already playing like a live service game and a new one comes out, they're not going to switch because they have 4,000 hours in this
That's
live
true.
service game. They're not going to, pick up a new live service game.
That's true.
So I think nowadays making a live service game is a terrible idea unless it's like revolutionary.
Yeah,
Like can you do something completely different? Like, other than that, I think it's a terrible idea
yeah.
because
Cause
they already have like you already have your dedicated live service games that are there. You know what I mean? Like so.
yeah, to me it seems like it's kind of like how MMOs were. Remember, like in I want to say 2010ish, there was like an MMO coming out almost like every month, and it was just like, why is there so
None
many
of them,
MMOs?
none of them
Yeah,
stuck either. Like,
exactly. There's just like there's so many MMOs that you have to, do. It's like why play with any of them? Because if you're already dedicated to one MMO, you're not really gonna jump ship and go to another one. I just look at like World of Warcraft and like Final Fantasy 11. Those two games are still around. And Final Fantasy 11 came out, I believe, in 2002, and World of Warcraft came out 2005 or something like that. So like
2003.
2003. Okay,
Yeah.
so like you have those games that are still around, and it's like they still play it. People still play it. World of Warcraft, I know they've done a little bit more expansion packs. For Final Fantasy 11, they ended support for Final Fantasy 14, but you can still play it online. You can still play that world and not have to worry about it, which is interesting. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I agree they should have ended it a while back, but I guess if they made a commitment, they have to see it through. I do give them big props for doing that. They said they were going to support it and try to make it better, but unfortunately, it didn't become better, and people just kind of gave up. And that's the thing with gamers. If you they do judge a book by its cover. Like you have like that first time to make a mark, and if nobody likes it, that's it. You're kind of dead on arrival. I can't think of one
Yeah.
game that's done a 180 on anybody's mind because there's just so
14.
many. Well, that's true. 14. That's true. That's probably like
Yeah.
the only game that I can think of now.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned,
Because it was Destiny 2 kind of as well.
yeah.
Like
But
because
Destiny 1 was
Destiny
also very popular though in the beginning too.
yeah.
Um,
But Destiny 2 dropped and it was garbage.
oh,
It
okay.
was so bad. People
Yeah.
stopped playing and everything. And then they
14 was
fixed
a bit
it.
unique, especially for a Realm Reborn. It was almost dead on arrival until they switched directions. Was when Yoshi P came in and actually
Yeah.
saved it and stuff. So yeah, the 14 definitely had a unique situation for that one, if anything.
David said, "Remember Anthem." Man, I
Dude,
wanted
Oh,
Anthem.
I'm so happy I didn't buy that game, dude.
I
Oh,
wanted
I
I'm a
feel
Anthem
bad
Destiny
for
so
my
kind of
bad to
roommate
guy.
be
with that.
good, man.
I
I
wanted
feel
it to be
bad for my
good,
roommate,
dude.
man. He
Yeah,
was so hyped for that game, and then when it came out, he was just so disappointed. I feel bad for him.
yeah. I wanted it to
Jeez.
be good so bad, and then finally, when I bought my Series X, and then I had Game Pass, I was like, you know what? Let me test it out on Game Pass, and yeah, sure enough, I got bored like right away. Like the concept, like the world and everything was good. It's just the execution of everything was not, unfortunately.
because because that was around the time where everyone was trying to make a live service game because they
Yeah,
were like, "Oh, I can make a bunch of money doing this."
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Investors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
And that's the other
Which
thing. Like, man, I didn't write that down here. Well, go ahead, Mike, and I'll go with this
no, I was
after.
gonna say, which like after playing Fortnite, they know how to do a battle pass, dude. Like, because you get so much free stuff. Like
Yeah.
not free stuff, but like stuff for cheap. Like you pay $8 for a
Yep.
battle pass or whatever,
And you get V
and you get
Bucks
so
back.
much stuff. Yeah, and you get V-Bucks back, and
Oh,
then
I
the
didn't even know
skins
that.
aren't as expensive as Call of Duty. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like regardless, they're still kind of expensive, but I feel like you get like a lot more. Whereas in Call of Duty, you just get one skin for
Yeah.
$20. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like pretty
Yeesh.
much.
Yeah.
Like
God.
I agree.
Sheesh.
I agree. Like the
and
skins
you
are
pay
nowhere near as
and
expensive.
Fortnite's free. Call of Duty was $70. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like so you pay $70, then you gotta pay $20 for each skin. Nah, dude, you're tripping. Like
Yeah, that is
But it
true.
works though, unfortunately.
yeah.
That's true, but unfortunately, yeah, Marvel's Avengers is dead. So for anybody out there that enjoyed the game, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to find a new game to play now. So
Yeah, all five people out there, I'm sorry. Play
Yeah,
Destiny.
yeah,
they're
exactly.
gonna realize what they've been missing now anyway, so it's fine.
But yeah, speaking of live service games, kind of, Microsoft lays off over 10,000 employees. 343 Industries was actually one of those that got hit hard. And the funny thing about that is most of the people that seem to be laid off was the people who worked on the single player campaign. And I don't understand that. What's up, Kenzakai? I don't
Yo, yo,
understand that.
yo.
Like the campaign, in my opinion, was the best part of Halo Infinite. Like I thought the campaign was pretty solid. They did a open worldish world well. It
Far
felt
Cry.
adventurous. Yeah, like very Far Cry-ish. It felt adventurous. They did mess up by not having co-op. On at
Or
launch
Forge.
or Forge, right? Well, I mean, so in the single player campaign aspect of it, right? Like not having co-op, I think that was a huge miss. Like you can't do Halo without co-op. Like no, like that's what people remember. That's what people love Halo about. It's like you can go through the campaign and co-op as well as the multiplayer. But yeah, like, do you guys think Halo's dead?
It's been dead, dude. It
Yeah,
died. It was dead on arrival, dude. Like
it's
Wait,
it's
let me ask you this question. So when you say Halo's dead, are you talking about like nobody cares about Halo anymore,
yeah,
or are you talking about like, oh, I say Halo's not dead yet? I mean, there's still a good amount of people that still play Halo, and I mean,
absolutely
the
dead.
Master Chief Collection's already out and stuff. So
That's a different one. We're talking about Halo Infinite.
yeah.
Halo
oh, Infinite. Oh
Infinite's
yeah, I
dead.
agree.
Well,
Infinite's
yeah,
dead.
Halo
Infinite's
Halo
dead.
from here
Okay.
out, right? So
Yeah.
like, Master Chief's
Yeah, yeah.
Collection is a collection of older games, right? But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's nothing like Infinite is the newest thing and people were not excited about the way Infinite turned out. And then it's like, where do you go from here? 343 seems to not know what they're doing at all because they got rid of, I think, the people who matter, which was the single player. What they need to do is fix the multiplayer because I haven't heard anybody complain about the single player outside of like the co-op stuff, but everybody has complained about the multiplayer of how bare
It's
bones it is.
I've been playing Halo for a literally majority of my life. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about I've been playing since Halo 1, you know what I mean? Like and I was like
Nice.
10 when that came out. So like what they did for the multiplayer for this was straight garbage, dude. Like,
Yeah,
and I know so many people in my life that I met through playing Halo, and people that I met online that I still talk to and everything like that, and nobody liked the game, dude. Not one person, you
yeah,
know, like, and it's a widespread like thing that it's not a good game, dude. Like,
yeah,
It's so
especially
sad.
what they did with the armor cores, and Halo is all about armor, like unlocking armor and everything
yeah,
like that, and
Yeah.
the whole armor core system, and like how they tried to like monetize it was just trash. They put 3 maps, you know what I mean, that you
Yeah,
rotate,
just three
like
maps.
like it's just and they had so many maps they could remake, and if they would have remade those maps, everyone would have been ecstatic, you know what I mean? Like you have Pit, you could have remade, you had Guardian, you could have remade from Halo 3, you could have even remade a Zanzibar, you know what I mean, or something like that,
yeah.
but they didn't, and they're trash people. They had 10 years to like fix a franchise, and they did absolutely nothing with this franchise. I hope they get fired and find a different profession because making games is not something they're good at.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I
I,
mean,
I'm very passionate about this
I
because I was so excited for it.
Oh
I
yeah, I completely get it. I
Like,
completely get it, dog. So
I
I mean,
think
go off.
so. I think it's a little
Let
bit
him let him
too
cook.
harsh to say like it's the higher ups, right? And there was somebody on Twitter, I forgot who it was, but he was part of the team, and he's like, he's the one that said basically like the ones who should be let go is the ones up top, not the ones who were making the
it's the
game.
small
Because
people that don't say anything either.
yeah, and
You
it's
know,
like
it
you have the
so it's
talented team.
everybody.
So you have the talented team that's actually going ahead and doing that, but the ones who are up top in charge of the project are the ones that don't understand what's going on, right? So like he's like, he's backing out because he left already, but he's backing out saying like, hey, all these people who made the game are talented. It's the ones who were in charge of the project that don't know what Halo is that ruined it.
So,
Yeah.
so
They're
there's
practically
more.
the directors, the directors of the
Basically,
project. I
correct.
mean, yeah.
I completely agree with you. I completely
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Like it definitely is the higher ups, but there's more small people than there are big people.
Yeah.
So if there was a group of small people that were like, "This isn't right. This isn't gonna work,"
Yeah.
someone would have listened eventually. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like especially like when they're working on that game, and if it's a huge group of people that's like, "Nah," you know what I mean? Like something would have happened.
Yeah.
So it's everybody's fault. Is it the main guy's fault? Like, yeah, but it's like from the top down that they're
Yeah.
all garbage people for letting that release.
Fair.
I'll
And
say,
it's
yeah.
it's Microsoft's fault too, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's their IP. It's like
Yeah.
the
Oh
IP.
yeah, they were hyping
You know
that
what I
up too.
mean?
They were
Like,
hyping it up.
that's
Like,
what
God dang.
sold Xboxes for, you know what I mean, nearly like 20 years. It was Halo, and then they just completely ruined the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like right now, especially where we're at here, it's like Microsoft and Xbox division, like they lost their vision on what a game is, right? And it's like we're here in, 2023. Xbox Series X came out. When did it come out? What, 2020, right?
Yeah.
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 So almost, we're getting the 3-year mark will be in November. But it's like, come on. Like, and it's just like they have nothing. And they bought studios back in 2018, I want to say, 2017. Like they started
They got
buying
support.
studios like crazy, one after another, but there's nothing to show. And that might change because there is a developer direct on Wednesday, which I believe we're going to be doing live stream, right, Mike? Are you available Wednesday? I forgot to talk to you
Yeah.
about that. So, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be giving our live reactions on that developer direct and see what we have because we got to see Mike's live reaction of him smashing his Halo Edition Xbox, like he said. So
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth having. If they don't drop a game this year, like, why do I own it? Like,
so as long as there's no horse riding games, we should be good. So there we
right? Like, they better drop one, dude. Like,
go.
dude, like for real, dude. They have the worst track record. It's been 3 years almost, dude. That's halfway through a console's lifespan. They don't have any exclusives, man. Like,
Yeah.
I doubt that they're gonna retire this after 7 years. So it's
Yeah.
probably these consoles are probably gonna last like 10 years because of COVID and everything.
Yeah. So hear me out on this, and then people would always argue with me about this, but here's my thought about console exclusives. Right? There's that camp that says, "Oh, console exclusives are dumb. There shouldn't be console exclusives in this day and age." But in my opinion, what hurts Xbox is they don't have any console exclusives. Right? Part of it's like, yeah, you get it day one on PC as well as Xbox, which in my opinion hurts it. The way Sony is doing it, I think it's a lot better for PlayStation itself, if that makes sense, right? I get it, like, anti-consumer, right? Right, to be consumer friendly, you should have it, your software, I guess, on whatever device you want it to. But at the same time, as a company, you got to understand that like what's going to sell your hardware is the exclusives, right? What makes you different from the competition? Why should I buy
Right.
this Xbox when I already have a PC? Why should I buy this PlayStation when I have a PC or an Xbox? And that's what makes it different. And I get what Microsoft was trying to do, try to be the hero of consumerism, I guess you can say. But it's backfiring in my opinion on them. Game Pass has been slowly slowing down. They had a report a while back where Game Pass sales have actually dropped. And it's a lot of that mix and match, right? I've said it from the beginning. Game Pass is not making them money. They think they're making them money, but it's not. Yes, you're spending $120 a year to buy a Game Pass subscription, but in the back end of having all these AAA games on there, it's going to hurt you because you're also buying up these deals. You're buying up these companies. You're giving them money up front to have these games on your
Well, I think-
platform. Mhm.
I think in the grand scheme of things, if people buy Xboxes as well
Yeah.
for Game Pass, they
Mhm.
make money off that.
Yeah.
And on like going day one to PC, I think benefits them as well because it puts people in Microsoft ecosystem
Yeah.
because you're still running Windows 10 or 11. You know what I
Correct.
mean? So you're still technically like on their ecosystem, and that's I think at the end of the day what they want is people on the Microsoft ecosystem.
But going back to that, right? It's like let's say it comes out day one on PC. It's available on Steam, right? But if I have a PC and this game is available on Steam, I buy Steam. But what happens? Microsoft gets a smaller cut for that, right? Where if Microsoft releases their first party exclusive on Xbox, guess what? They're getting all of that. You see where I'm getting at?
So
Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah,
I
but there's Game Pass, and you can
I
buy it from the
understand.
Microsoft Store
Yeah,
on
I
that's true.
understand
PC.
where you're coming from with that, but at
Hmm.
the same time, you have to look at the fact that the Xbox is like a better, convenient system for you to play
Yeah.
your games on. It's a console for it's made to run games and
Yeah.
stuff. And with PC, of course, you can play your games on PC, but sometimes PC can come with some complications to where people don't want to even bother PC
I don't really
anymore.
believe you,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know. PCs, come on, they work all the
Hey,
time. They never crash.
okay,
Like,
some
being
people who
sarcastic,
don't like
bro.
PC
He's being
because
sarcastic,
they don't
man.
want to bother to troubleshoot. You just get a console, plug it
Yeah.
in, boom, that's
Yeah.
it.
No,
That's literally
I
it.
agree
It's a
with you. I
game
was being
console.
sarcastic
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
like, how many times Call of Duty crashed on me these past few months,
Yeah.
bro? Like,
I mean, I get that too, but I still think in today's day and age, especially with like the younger generation coming out, I don't think a lot of that matters, right? Like I look at like my son, right, and he's wanted a PC for the longest, and now he uses PC more than anything else. Um, and it's like that generation wants to gear towards a PC. Well, how are you going to convince these younger generations to continue to buy consoles, right? Because then, in the end, it's going to be like we got to capitalize on all these newer people, right? Because you always want to grow your business. That's the business model, right? It's always grow your business, and that's why I think like they're losing because these younger kids are growing up with technology, so they're going to know this a lot more than any other generation will because the technology is pretty much already established, right?
Yeah.
My son, I've taught him more than I've learned throughout the years, right? Like it took me a while to get back here, and here I'm able to just tell him, hey, this is a CPU, this is a GPU, this is a motherboard, this is RAM, this is all that. When I was his age, I had to be like, I don't know any of this stuff here. What is this stuff, right? So, I think that's what's going to hurt Microsoft in the long run, and I do think that they should continue with exclusives. I do also get what you're talking about, Mike. With Game Pass, maybe the better option would be don't release it on Steam on day one. Have it through the Microsoft Store or Game Pass, because then that will lock you into buying it through Microsoft, so you can get that money. But I mean that's the financial side of me, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they even released on Steam to begin with, especially Halo Infinite.
Well, because they wanted to be be
Well,
champions of
Halo
the
Infinite.
gamers.
With
Yeah.
Halo Infinite, it's not that. It's because it was free to play.
Yeah,
So they were gonna make a bunch of money through people buying skins, but then they messed that up.
Yep.
You know, like and they didn't do it right. So
Yep. And
then,
and then they charge you the $60 for the campaign only, which
yeah,
the campaign, I mean,
it should have just been
yeah.
attached. I don't
Yeah.
know why they did.
It should have
that,
been
dude.
$60 to get the campaign and the multiplayer. You probably would have
People
Yeah,
sold
they,
more
still
they
copies.
would
should
have
have
bought
just stuck with that.
skins.
I mean, I don't know what was a big deal with the whole live service thing with
People
Halo.
still
That
would
was
have
that
bought
was
skins.
surprising to me, to be honest, when they
Yeah.
announced it.
God,
Yeah,
man, so
it's
makes me so angry, dude. I was so excited for that game, dude. Like, cause I'm like, oh yeah, cause the core gameplay of that game is so good. Like, they
I
did
agree.
so well with
I
it,
agree.
and they ruined it with everything else.
I 100% agree. They what could have been better, they didn't execute it well.
Well, that was the problem with the old games. Is like the core gameplay
Yeah.
was trash, but everything else was good. And now they
S-
fix the gameplay, and then
Yeah.
but everything else is trash. I'm like, bro, like all you had to do was put two and two together. Like you already had one part, you had to fix the other part, and then
Yeah.
like you would have had a greatness.
So like, let me ask you guys this question. I forget like the whole history with Halo Infinite. So when did they actually announce Halo Infinite?
It was a while ago.
Yeah. I
It,
don't
it's
know.
been 7 years since Halo 5.
Was it at the Game Awards, I think?
Oh,
So
that could. I mean, I'm not going to assume, but maybe it went through a lot of like development hell for
did.
Halo Infinite.
Well, they
And,
delayed it. It was supposed to be a launch Xbox Series X game, but people when they did their live like preview of the game, nobody liked it because it looked like it looked
I
really
forgot about
bad.
the
Remember?
whole drama. Holy
Yeah,
crap!
Yeah.
I
there was
seen
a
that.
meme
Okay.
of what's the Brute's face. It looked like a
the
PS2
face.
graphics or something like that. Like it looked
Bro,
pretty bad.
that's the other thing is they had like 7 years to make it, I believe. I believe it was 7 years that they had to make it, and this is what we got, like a half-cooked product. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, dude. And all the higher ups make so much money, dude, and they didn't do anything. They should all be fired.
Do you think that this is because video games are definitely a lot harder to make nowadays?
It's not a hard game to make. It's a first person shooter. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and you have literally like half your studio was, well, I don't know if it is anymore, but half their studio was ex Bungie employees. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that switched over to show people how to make Halo. So it's not like you were like have like some novice game developers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say that like there's definitely a lot more money that like got into the industry, which that could be one of the main causes why that we were receiving a lot of games like Halo to be half baked, you know. So like yeah, um
Well, it's
that
like
could play a key role into that if anything.
well, it's like so you remember back then, well, maybe not you, Ash, but Mike might remember this. When you bought a Super Nintendo game, there was a seal. There was the Nintendo seal of quality, right? And the
Yeah.
whole thing was Nintendo was like, if your game is at least like bug free and it works, they will put that on there. And it was just to show that, hey, this is a game that has pretty much no bugs. And they were very strict about that. And I feel like that's all gone away. Nowadays, games are just like they release and they're half finished, right? They're broken. There's all these other things. I saw this funny meme on Reddit where it's like I'm not sure if you guys seen it. It's like basically the guy was like video game launches in 2023, and it's just a guy riding his bike, but the bike is like on the right hand side and he's pedaling, but he's like floating on the left hand side of it. He's not even
Oh
on the
yeah.
bike. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I've
like
seen
all,
that.
yeah, it's a bunch of other stuff, and he's walking through like the bus, and like you have people like just floating on the bus and stuff like that. It's hilarious, but like that's where we're at now, and I
You
feel
remember
like
Cyberpunk?
yeah,
Like,
right. Cyberpunk is
Don't
one.
get started on Cyberpunk.
Like
damn
Ubisoft is having issues now with their games, but it's also like the direction
Well,
that they're trying to take games into. They're in like they're trying to go to a totally different direction, and it's just like
they,
I don't know. Like PlayStation seems to be, in my opinion, PlayStation seems to be the only one that's releases a game and it's not broken, right?
yeah. I
Correct me
mean,
if I'm
God of
wrong.
War came out bug free.
Yeah,
Returnal
Returnal,
came out bug free.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're honestly putting the highest quality games out there
Yeah,
for for a AAA studio.
yeah,
Ubisoft, man, Ubisoft, like, I'm not supporting them at all anymore, dude. Especially after the president sent that letter saying that it's
yeah,
the employees' fault that they're failing. Like, come on, dude.
yeah.
Oh
Like,
Lord
how
Jesus!
out of
They
touch,
really said that?
yeah, there was an internal
Wow.
letter that said that that employees have to do better to bring the studio back on track or something like that. And it's like, bro, you are so out of touch with reality,
Jesus
dude.
Yeah,
Christ.
and it's like it goes back to that. It's always the higher up, the direction you try to put things, right? If I'm not the lead designer and I'm like, right, it's how are you gonna blame me for your idea that you came up with, right? It's not my fault that I'm making garbage games,
It's like you tell me what to do, and then I do it.
Exactly.
Like, yep.
Exactly, and I feel like that's why I feel like that's the same thing that happened with Halo Infinite, and that's the same thing where a lot of these games are, because
Well,
I feel like
it's
a lot of these lead
they're
designers,
allowed to put their input
yeah.
in. You know what I mean? Like as an employee, like
But I wonder
they
how
have
much,
like a room where
yeah.
they sit and talk and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
But I wonder how much are these leads like listening, right? Like, because you could have a leader that's just like what's his name from Activision, Bob, whatever, right? Like, who probably just
yeah,
doesn't care. You could be like, hey man,
Yeah.
this is not the right way to go, and he'll be like,
it's an
well,
ego thing, dude.
yeah, it's like, who's
People
the
don't
Yeah,
want to
boss, me or
listen.
you?
Like,
They probably been putting their input into it. It's just leads think. I mean, they have all the power in the world, so they're
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let the money talk.
they
Like
think
it's-
they think their poop don't stink, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and like on top of that, man, like it's an ego thing. They're like, no, it's my way or the highway because I know the right way.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. Apparently,
I
these
met a
people
lot of
did it.
it's a power and money thing, dude. I met a lot of people
I
with
miss Iwata.
money and power that are so out of touch.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ash?
I said I miss Satoru Iwata.
Uh,
He knew what he was doing.
I agree with you. Iwata was the man. Like, there's still not a face in gaming like him, you know, and it sucks. Like Phil Spencer, I feel like it's the closest, but at the same time, where you see where Microsoft is at, you're kind of like, what's going on, right? Like,
It might not be his fault. I'm not defending him in any
yeah,
way, shape, or form.
that's
But
true.
I feel like his intentions were noble. Everyone around him might have failed him though. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Like,
But I mean, I feel like he hasn't said anything to, and I mean, to be fair with him, he's not like Iwata, right? Iwata was president of a whole company. He's only in charge of the Xbox division. He still has to answer to I forgot the Microsoft CEO's name, but he has to
yeah,
answer to that guy, you know. And it's like at the same time, it's like how good does this guy understand? It could be that, hey, maybe Halo Infinite wasn't ready, and Phil Spencer was trying to tell him, hey, it's not ready. We need more time, and he's like, no. I already gave you some time. You need to have this out right now. Like we don't know the whole story, unfortunately.
it's a shareholder thing with a
Yeah,
company that
that's
big
true.
because
I feel,
it's not just a CEO. It's
That's
I
like
true.
feel like the true
oh,
CEOs are the shareholders. To be
No,
honest with you.
nowadays,
it
yeah,
is.
they
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
they've ruined gaming. You know, gaming is no longer about bringing out a fun idea and maybe failing and
It's
trying
about
again.
playing it
Capitalism.
safe.
Yep,
Gotta love it.
about playing it safe and getting people to get your stuff. And if
It's
you
how I
suck, well, guess
felt
what?
about God of War. I was
They played it
very angry
safe.
with the
Yeah,
ending of the God of War. Yeah, very angry.
that's
Like,
why till this day I still think, so far at least, Nintendo still pulls out pretty quality stuff. I mean, we'll see once Miyamoto's gone. Um,
oh man, that's
yeah,
gonna be a sad day for Nintendo when he
Ooh,
leaves.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because Miyamoto's still the man out there. That
I think
I
I
mean,
think this might be his last game too, because he's getting old. He's getting
yeah.
like old.
Well, he's no longer like in Zelda. He already passed the reins to what's his name?
Oh really?
Yeah,
I know who you're
it's
talking about. I forgot his name too.
uh
What's he making then?
Eiji Anuma. Yeah,
Yes.
Eiji Anuma.
Correct.
He's
Yeah.
he's the one who did actually. Eiji Anuma is the one who did Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I
Like
knew that. Yeah.
Miyamoto had
He's
very
good.
little input. Um, but the fun fact, the other game that Eiji Anuma actually headed as the Zelda game was Majora's Mask, which everybody liked. So it's like, you
Oh,
know,
so he had experience already,
yeah. So
pretty much.
he's worked under Miyamoto. I believe Mario Odyssey too was the same thing. It's a different guy who was in charge of it.
It is a
Um,
different guy. I forgot his name too, but I know what you're talking about.
so I think he found some good what do you call it?
He passed the
Pupils.
reins to good
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
So I like to think because he still has some input in Mario Odyssey, because in Breath of the Wild he had very little input in that game.
His last essence for like a Mario IP will be the Mario movie, which already looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's God, I love it. I'm gonna love it
Well, I
once.
mean,
Once
the dude, everything he does is great. You got Super Nintendo
yeah,
World, which I've never been to, but like people seem to love it over there. Like you can make a theme
I'll
park
make sure to go there.
when it opens up in Orlando. They said 2025, I think, for the Orlando one. So two
Oh,
more
really?
years. Yeah, which sucks. California gets it before us.
I'll just go to California then. I'll be fine.
I ain't going to no California. Yeah, get burned up by fire. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So there's always something.
Yeah. California pretty lawless right now. I don't
I
know if you
know.
watch the news. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to go to California. It's scary to go over there. Like, there's always something going on over there.
yeah.
Orlando. I mean, I guess people maybe say that about Florida, right? Like, they hear on the news.
Yeah.
Half
I
my
get it.
family lives there, so I've been there many times before. So
Okay.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear that. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens next week, next Wednesday on the Xbox Developer Direct. Like I said, we'll be live streaming it.
Oh,
What's up?
before I forget, Nintendo has a direct on February 9th.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
They announced that?
40 minutes of
Whoa,
games
whoa,
coming out in
whoa.
the first half.
What?
I forgot to tell. I
I did
forgot to
not
send
know
it.
that.
Me
forgot
either.
I forgot to send it
Excuse
to you
me?
when I seen
You
it.
sh- yeah, you
earlier
should.
today.
You should have, because
What
that would have
was
been
that
another
at?
topic for this.
I
Oh
forgot.
man.
I was on
Twitter real quick.
I was on my treadmill and I was on my phone and like I seen I'm like I gotta send this to James later and then I forgot.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like, oh man. Yeah, I'm putting it up right now. Man, you should have told me that, because then we would have talked about Like,
I just saw it earlier today. Like I literally saw it like a few hours ago, and I
few
totally
hours ago.
forgot.
Let me see. I'm looking for it right now. That's interesting. I'm surprised even.
yeah, I didn't
I
see it.
thought I seen it.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I'm here on Nintendo's
Oh,
official thing. I don't see it. Yeah, now you got me looking for it too.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like,
Yeah, Nintendo's
yeah,
of
Nintendo Direct. 22. Why did I see that today?
oh, that could have been a prank. Some people
Uh,
what they like to do is that they'll like to go back on their tweet history and retweet and like go on a day that has already happened and retweet that before, like
yeah.
the following year.
uh,
That's what people love to do, and I hate it.
Oh,
it
Yeah.
might have been. Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say like what? Like I did not see that. Like, because I was before I
God,
finalized the topics, I was looking through everywhere to see if there's something.
I hate when people do that, man.
That
It's
would
not
have been a
funny. It's not
mistake.
funny, man. God.
Oh man.
Uh,
But
but
I
I don't
mean,
blame you. It happens all the
I
time.
might have not. Yeah, there's a strong possibility to not look at the year. Like they just looked
It's a
at the
small thing.
day.
Don't
Yeah,
worry about it, bro. It happens all the time.
but
So,
that's my bad.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because
I'm
it
pretty
says 2/9,
sure.
2022. Yep, yep.
But I'm pretty sure they'll do a direct in February. I think everybody expects a Nintendo Direct at the end of January to early February because they've done that
That's
for
what
the
it just said
last
on this website.
yeah on the last like 6 or 7 years or ever since the Switch has been out. They've done one. So I mean because you got to think like we have Fire Emblem. Um,
Octopath Traveler,
there's Octopath Traveler and Zelda for the Switch. That's all.
Zelda. Yeah, there's an Advance
well, they
Wars
they
Oh,
that's
they
the
on
definitely need to
Kirby.
announce
PS4
Yeah,
more
too.
updates for Metro Prime 4. At least they need to do that. I
I would
hope
hope so, but I doubt it.
so.
I don't think they would do that because it might
It,
overshadow Tears of the Kingdom.
it's
You,
almost
you
been a
really think
year
so?
since Advance Wars, bro.
Yeah, I mean it would make sense. Like I think they need to just release it because you know I don't think the Ukraine and Russia thing is not gonna end anytime soon, unfortunately. Um, and I just feel like they should release it. I mean they've done.
Yeah, that's on the shelf. They're wasting money right now. Just sell
I
it.
mean Fire Emblem is technically a similar
Yeah,
situation. It's a warring
yeah, it's a
nation.
war game.
It's an invasion from another nation. So it's like something very similar. Um, I mean, I hope Advance Force comes out soon. It would be smart though, like because if you look at it, they have one game in January. Octopath Traveler 2 is technically not Nintendo exclusive, so that technically wouldn't count. Um, and I think Kirby. I don't know if Kirby. I forgot when the Kirby Dreamland Deluxe Return to Dreamland Deluxe comes out.
It comes out in February.
It comes out in February. Okay, so they have
Yeah,
Kirby, and then March they don't have. I don't think they have anything, to my knowledge. March and
When's the Tears of the Kingdom coming out again?
May.
if
May. Okay.
Yeah,
it doesn't get delayed.
I
I
don't think
hope
it's
not.
getting delayed. Yeah.
Please no. Not
Yeah,
again.
if
Nintendo's
it doesn't
usually
get
good.
delayed.
Yeah, Nintendo's usually good when they put a date down. That means that it's coming out. Like Fire Emblem, right? Fire Emblem was already done. Apparently, Fire Emblem was done since like last October, and they just held it for January. Um, according to one of the rumors out there.
Like last October, like 22 or
Yeah,
21.
2022. Like,
Oh,
remember,
okay.
Xenoblade Chronicles was supposed to come out till September, I believe, and then they decided to release it in July.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because it
You're
was
right
already
about that. That
done.
was
Yeah,
funny.
it was.
Yeah, I
It
was like,
was
where's it
done,
going?
and it was just sitting there. Like Nintendo has a
Confidence.
thing. Yeah,
They
well,
have confidence and they nail it.
well, no, I think Nintendo's smart, right? They finish a game. They don't announce a release date till they know when it's done. And they finish the game and they just let it sit there, and then they start picking and choosing what dates to go and pull out games, right? They're like, okay, well, we have these 5 games ready, so we can have this game in January, this game in February, this one in March and April, right? Versus like, hey guys, this game's coming out February 1st, 2023, and then next thing you know, a week before, oh, just kidding, we're gonna delay it for 6 months, and then oh, just kidding, we're gonna delay it for another 6 months. And oh, just kidding, we're gonna delay it again. Hey, we got a new release date. We promise it's coming. Nope, we just delayed it again. AKA, I don't even remember what the pirate game's called
Skull and
anymore.
Bones.
Yeah, Skull and Bones.
Yo,
Right?
do you? I just saw a video, right? Do
Yeah.
you know the initial release date of that game?
No, what was it?
Oh, please don't tell us.
2018, dude.
Oh god.
Oh, oh man, that
Bro,
game
I
is
seen that. I'm just like, God damn.
Right in the kneecaps. Holy crap.
poor game, man. Like, unfortunately, like And that's the thing, that game was like one of those that convinced me there was going to be a Assassin's Creed Black Flag like game, and it's
It
nothing
was supposed
like.
to be,
Yeah,
and they changed it to make it a live service, and that got a lot of backlash. Now they're changing it again
yeah,
to whatever
Went through
it is.
three
Yeah,
different phases. That's funny.
yeah.
that
Shame,
game's gonna be
shame.
terrible. That's why they keep delaying it.
Yeah.
But now they can't cancel it because it's got so much like hype behind it to
Yep.
where they're just gonna end up putting out a bad game. Like,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fortunately, that's where they're at. But that is all the news we have for today. It is now time for video game 20 questions. And don't forget, for those of you watching on Twitch and YouTube, you guys can definitely go ahead and chime in and help them out. So let's let the games begin.
man, that's not even fair,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I'm
Like,
gonna check the chats
because
just so we don't miss
no,
that last time.
I don't doubt Ash's skills. But it's like he wasn't around for a lot of these games. Like,
Let's see how he goes. Alrighty, let me know when you guys are ready. Let's get
Wait,
this.
for what games exactly?
What's up?
For what games exactly? What was the last game?
Yeah, you weren't around for. No, you were around last week.
no, I'm talking about age-wise.
Yeah, Age. Yeah, like what game? Like
Well,
that's what I'm asking.
You never know what I pick.
Yeah, it could be like something from like the mid '90s. You know what I mean? Like,
All right.
all right, what? Let me see. Let's get the time frame down. So was it released before 2000?
Before 2000, no.
No. Okay. Was it released after 2010?
After 2010, I'm actually gonna have to look. Oh no. Hold on one second. No.
Wait, did I say before or after?
You said after 2010.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a 10-year period.
Yep.
All right.
Mm.
So was it released before 2005?
No.
No. So it's between 05 and 10. All right,
Yeah.
that's good. So 05 and 10 would be 360, PS3, Wii, and handhelds. So is it a
Yeah.
handheld game?
No.
No. Okay.
Sorry, I gotta
That's,
write down all these
Oh, no, you're
questions, and
good.
my pen is not working.
Was the game Nintendo exclusive?
No.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I think probably narrowing down genre would be the best.
Yeah.
So let's do. Is it a RPG?
Yes.
Of course, it's
Okay.
an RPG. Okay.
All right, I think we got this. It's not a Nintendo exclusive, and it's not.
I do
Okay.
need to add one
Handheld.
question though after the other one you just asked. Is it a JRPG?
No.
Okay. All right. So step. All right.
It's Mass Effect. No, I'm kidding. Like, that's like the most prime game like during that time. I feel like 05 and 2010.
What is up with this pen? This pen I'm
Is
using
it,
is just really bad.
Is it made by Square Enix?
No.
How many questions are we at right now?
You
Probably like
are
10.
at 9 now.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
RPG. Okay, is it a first person view?
No.
Okay, so that eliminates anything like
Like Skyrim.
Morrowind, Skyrim, Fallout,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So RPG 05 and 10 could be. He said it's not a JRPG, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
not a JRPG. So that knocks out.
So
other
that knocks out like
possibilities.
a lot of, because I was gonna
Yeah.
say Lost Odyssey he talks about a lot, but
Yeah.
it's not a. Um, is it a US based studio?
No.
Okay.
But it's not a JRPG. Wait,
And that is 10.
If it's not a US based studio and it's a RPG, wouldn't it just technically be a JRPG?
Well, I mean, there's Europe-based studios and all that stuff, so I mean, we can count that
Ooh,
as well.
05 and 10. The only ones I know. What about the Witcher series?
Yeah, CD Project Red is definitely not, I'm pretty sure it's not a US based studio. I think,
It's out of Poland.
yeah, it's out of Poland. So
What about BioWare? Is BioWare US based?
I don't think they're US based. Oh,
Is the studio that made the game BioWare?
No.
Is the studio that made the game CD Project Red?
No.
how many questions are we at right now?
You are at 13 now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not even close. I'm trying to think. It's not a US based studio. It's an RPG, but not a JRPG. Was the game multi-platform?
No.
Hmm.
So JRPG would be pretty much anything turn-based, right?
It doesn't have to be any. It doesn't have to be anything. Everything turn based because JRPG old JRPGs back then, some of them actually had non action or action based elements, like
Are
the Tales
you
series, for example.
Yeah, are
Oh
you asking me like what I consider JRPG?
no, I'm telling Mike on the I'm telling Mike on what's it's certain
I
JRPGs
guess
they don't have to be turn based. Something can be action as well, like the Tales series, for example. So
My bad, Willie. I guess I'm not sure why
years are
it's showing you
2005 through 2010.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I said refrain from spamming symbols. I didn't see you spam any symbols. That's weird.
it's Twitch's weird thing of like it's a lot of false positives on certain things that people say in
No,
the chat. So
yeah, it's the bot. I might have to tune it down some. It goes crazy sometimes.
okay, um, so we're at 13 questions left,
Yeah,
James.
you don't have
14.
13 questions left.
No,
You
sorry,
have
7 or 6 questions left. My
you
bad.
have 5 questions and a guess left.
Okay.
No, I know you didn't spam. It's the bot.
And so he already says not multi-plat. Okay.
It's not multi-platform,
So
and it's a RPG,
needs to be tied to a system then.
and it's not a JRPG.
Definitely not a JRPG.
I'm trying to think. Is it is it a tactics game?
No.
An RPG would be. So it's not a US studio. So what were some RPGs between 2005 and 2010?
Oh, maybe, but I can't look that up. That's the
Nope.
problem.
What? Say
No
it.
cheating.
um, Mike, does I haven't played this game yet, but Fable counts as an RPG, right?
Absolutely, but it's a US studio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, US Studio made the game. Okay,
It's
got
made
it.
by Microsoft.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
All right.
um but yeah, games like that for sure. That would be technically the RPGs that I'm thinking of since you said it's not a JRPG. Because a JRPG to me would consist of like Lost Odyssey and Final Fantasy and stuff like that. anything grindy and like that, I think is everyone's definition of like a JRPG, and obviously like made in Japan.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Okay.
I don't know. 05 and 10. What did I play between 05 and 10?
Yeah, I'm trying to narrow that down myself.
And it's not first person, so that literally narrows a lot of my guesses.
The problem I have with that is that we can't really fully raw Skyrim or even Fallout because you can play the game fully in third person as well. It's so you can go in between.
Yeah, but Bethesda's based out of Massachusetts.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the studios, man. Jesus.
Yeah. It would be Titan Quest. I don't know when.
Let me check the
Titan
chats.
Quest. No, Willie said Titan Quest.
Oh, that's what he said. Oh, okay.
But would that I guess that would technically be a RPG, right?
Yeah, technically. But who are the ones who made Titan Quest?
No idea.
No idea. We haven't asked on which console it was on since it's not technically multi-plat.
Yeah. I mean, we only have 5 questions. So we could ask if it was
While you guys are thinking, quick shout out. We got 9 viewers on Twitch. Appreciate everybody stopping by.
Hey guys, love you.
It might be quiet, but we're playing video game 20 questions, and it looks like Ash and Mike are gonna lose this one again.
Man,
last week I call technical because like I really call technical. I don't consider last week a loss.
Look at that. Look, you got One Eye Willie cheering you guys on. Come on.
yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I played Fortnite. I'm trying to play Fortnite with him the other day, bro.
The thing is, I might be thinking this way too hard, and once we find out what the game is, I'm just gonna just hit myself in the head.
Here's the biggest thing I gotta tell you, Ash. Whatever you're thinking, discuss it with Mike. Don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
that's how you brainstorm.
I know. What about? I feel like I should listen to him since that's. Is that a US-based studio? I feel like maybe I should listen to Willie too, since that's his cousin.
So here, while you guys are thinking, I'll read what the questions you have said already for everybody in the chat to listen to. So they asked, is it before 2000? The answer was no. Is it after 2010? The answer was no. They asked if it was before 2005. Answer was no. Was it a handheld game? The answer was no. Is it a Nintendo exclusive? Answer was no. Is it an RPG? The answer is yes. Was it a JRPG? The answer is no. Was it a Square Enix game? The answer was no. Is it a first-person RPG? Or if it's a first-person game? The answer was no. Is it a US-based studio? Answer was no. Is the studio BioWare? The answer was no. Is it CD Projekt Red? Answer was no. Is it a multi-platform game? Answer was no. And is it a tactics game? The answer was no.
All right. Was it on Xbox?
No.
Was it on PlayStation?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So it's not multi-platform, and it was on PlayStation. 05 to 10. So I think it would technically be PS3.
Yeah, it would. But
What about
okay.
RPG?
Was Ubisoft Mike, was Ubisoft US based, or I'm pretty sure they're
French.
not, right? Yeah, they're French, so we can count them if they have any RPGs under the belt.
Yeah, I guess. I was also thinking something like Demon Souls.
Oh, from FromSoft? Okay. That works.
Yeah. So we don't have enough questions now. Like,
Yeah,
We have like two questions.
three questions
Three.
and a guess.
yeah. No, I guess we just gotta shoot it out to take a guess. We should ask if the studio is Ubisoft and From Software.
I want to stretch. Yeah, I want to stretch out the three cool questions. Yeah.
At this point, we're not really anywhere, so we can't really. There's not really much to do. Um, the only thing we can do is like start firing and see if we get anything. Um, it's your call though. If you have any other ideas,
I'm just gonna ask one question and to see
go
if he
for it.
rolls that out. Is the studio that made the game, was it From Software that made it?
Yes.
Oh God, please. Tell
Yeah, it,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Mike.
That it has to
Wait,
either be either
wait.
Demon Soul or Dark Souls.
Wait, there's a third game. I forgot there was a third game. Hold a second.
King's Bounty. Isn't that the one that David said?
Don't
That's
forget.
the other From Software game.
So don't
that,
I
forget-
didn't
you
even
can't-
know From Software made that game.
What's that?
Huh. I didn't
I
even
was
know
gonna say,
From
don't
Software
forget you
made that
can't
game.
look it up, Ash.
I'm not. I'm just looking at this. I didn't know From Software made King's Bounty.
Yo,
I mean,
David.
I'm based
Yo,
off
David. Is King's Bounty a From Software game?
What was the other game? It's the mecha game. What was it called? It was called Armor Core, Mike.
Armored Core. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one.
There's that one, but I don't know if it came out between 5 and 10. So we can ask if it's is it a Souls game?
Yes.
So what is there, like one question?
You got one question and a guess.
So there's Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, I believe, that were out at that time.
all those three games.
So it's one of those three games. It's one of those three games, dude.
Crap. What's one good way to like?
We can
differentiate
ask.
between all-
So the only thing we can do, right, is we can ask if it's a numbered game, and then
Sure.
we would have to guess either Dark Souls 1 or 2, and then if not, it's Demon Souls.
Okay, I like
Okay.
the idea.
Yeah. Is it a numbered game?
No.
Okay. Is it Demon Souls?
Has to be
Yes. The
Okay.
game is Demon Souls.
God
The
dang it.
last question, you got it right. It is
God.
Demon Souls. And just to let you know, Willie did help you out at the end, saying Dark Souls released in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot they can look stuff up and tell us in the chat.
Yeah, so Demon Souls are really released originally in Japan, February 5th, 2009, and then October 6th, 2009 over here in the US. Yeah, PS3 exclusive. Is not really considered a JRPG. It's considered an action RPG.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice job. At the last question, you got it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Literally,
in my
yeah.
head, I was like, come on, you guys are gonna miss this. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't gonna like roll all of the From Software games, especially Armor Core. Especially that game. I was getting too worried about that one, okay?
David also had a good question with asking if there's multiple in the series. Would have made it a little bit easier too.
Oh yeah.
See,
True.
he said, Willie says I had no confidence in you guys.
I think the main problem we did was that the one when you said that it wasn't a JRPG, we rolled out all the studios, Japanese studios, if
Yeah.
anything. So From
Yeah.
Software was technically a Japanese studio, if anything. So.
Yep, and that was the thing is like the minute you said that, I was like, right, well, for a couple things, right? You didn't get the console or the platform rather, right away. You waited towards the end, so I was like, man, like, it would have been easier because the minute you guys found out it was on PS3 right away, Mike was like, oh, Demon Souls, it could be that. That was his first.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I thought he was gonna get it right away.
I totally forgot about that series too, because like that would totally, yeah, that qualifies as an RPG without
Yep.
being a JRPG.
Yep. It's one of the few Japanese RPGs. They don't really qualify as a JRPG. But yeah, nice job. You guys won without fan.
That was clutch.
Yeah.
That came in super clutch.
was
The last question,
Yeah.
you were on question number 20, which was the question to ask the game.
Yeah, I mean, when it was that, it was either gonna be a numbered one, which is a flip of a coin, or it was gonna be Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Flip of a coin, man. I
I was
always hate
hoping
those.
when you say yes to numbered, I'm like, oh, all right, that's it. I didn't see the comment though where Willie said that Dark Souls released in 2011.
Yeah, it was yeah, you right when you guessed that, yeah. I was like, oh man, if you would have gotten it wrong, I would have been surprised.
One night is calling you out.
Yeah.
James had no confidence in us. I believed in you.
Like I said, Mike with the reboot van, or when you played Fortnite together, you had to reboot him. Bro, I did this with I was playing with my sons today, and I was in a storm, and my son's like, he's telling me to leave my other son. He's like, no, leave him, let's go, let's get out of the storm. I was like, no, I'm gonna get him back. I ran all the way, got his reboot card, and then I went through and I just kept healing. And I was in the storm for so long, I got storm sickness. And basically, when you get storm sickness, you start getting like extra damage. And like after 3 ticks, I was dead from full health.
Yeah.
But I brought them both back alive too. It was crazy.
I didn't carry him. No way. I think there was one time, I don't know if I was playing with Willie, where everyone died and I rebooted everybody.
Maybe
I don't know
maybe
if
that
that's
was
Willie.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. Fortnite's fun. Remember, I told you like you should give it a try. It'll be pretty fun for a while. You're like, nah, but it gets addicting. It's because it's arcadey in my opinion. Like I like the
so I
arcadey.
played Call of Duty with some of my boys. I
Yeah.
think it was like Friday night.
Mhm.
I did not have fun, bro. I did not have fun. Yeah, bro, like Fortnite, like I'm like, bro, like I might forget y'all, bro. I'm hopping on Fortnite, like because I see some of my other boys on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like,
it's you know, it's one of those things I was against playing it for the longest, but then like I got into it and the arcadey feel. Like I do like the no builds. Even though today I was playing builds with my sons, and I was like, you know what? I can't build, but what I can do is get the Deku Smash and just destroy all your buildings, and that's all I was doing. I was getting kills like crazy.
That's Optimus right there. I like that.
Yeah.
yeah, no, we did have fun, Willie. That was fun, bro. Like, it was fun.
Oh man, I don't know, I might hop on and do like a quick stream after this too. We'll see. But yeah, that is all we have for today. Appreciate everybody joining us. We have a pretty big crew that came out. Thanks once again. Don't forget, we are doing a giveaway, so share the fun. If anybody's interested in Fire Emblem Engage, we are giving that away. Basically, all we're looking at is go ahead and watch our streams for at least 30 minutes. You know, comment so we know you're in the stream. You know, also say if you're interested if you want. But yeah, make sure you continue to watch our streams. Every time I see you pop in a stream, I'll write your name down. That gets you an extra chance in the giveaway. Next Sunday, we'll be doing the drawing. And that's when we'll see who wins. But yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe on YouTube. Go ahead and follow us on Twitch. And also subscribe to us on Twitch. You know, if you got Amazon Prime, it's free for that subscription. So just go ahead and hop that in. The goal is 15 subscriptions for Twitch, and then 160 on YouTube. We're almost there. We're at 145, I think. Yeah, 145 on YouTube. So we're almost there to that 160 on YouTube. Go ahead and check out some of my YouTube shorts I release. Go check out some videos of me and Mike that we put on there. You know, and all that other good stuff. Thank you. Or Ash, where can they catch you at?
I forgot the name of my channel. So you can catch James on his next stream for Fire Emblem Engage. So hopefully you can win that Divine Edition.
There you go.
I forgot. I had a brain fart, so I had to come up with something.
Yeah. I don't know the name of my channel.
Got it. Ash Destroy him. Look me up. There you go.
Willie, you wanna play? Yeah, we can hop on. I gotta ask my boss if she's okay with me hopping on. If she gives me permission, then I can hop on. Always gotta see it. You always
I
gotta see it
love
by the boss.
that. I love that.
You always gotta ask permission with the boss, right? Mike, where can I catch you at?
I don't really know, dude.
Did
Where
you forget
am
the
I right
Did
now?
you forget the name
What's
of
the
your
name of
channel?
the channel?
Plug in the giveaway. Plug in the giveaway.
Put it in the chat, James. I don't know, dude.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
Oh man. Well, I guess Mike forgot where he's at.
Alzheimer's, bro.
Yeah. If you guys can help him out, I really do appreciate that. I got tears coming out of my eyes because of that. I'm sorry. I'm not crying. I'm just laughing really hard.
It's good advertisement. Remember, guys, we got a giveaway.
Yeah. Where though? Where is it? I don't know, dude.
Is the random encounter. You gotta encounter James in his stream.
Yeah, the giveaway is real. The giveaway is real. Oh man. Tears of joy. That's right. Now I do appreciate everybody that joined us today. We have quite a crew. Apologize for the beginning of the stream where my audio is muted. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna edit that on YouTube since I get saved there. Figure that out and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm actually gonna go live. So I'm gonna go from be right back. Actually, I'm gonna end the stream, start up the stream all over again to end the podcast stream, and then we'll do a quick stream of Fortnite. So Willie, yeah, if you're down, let's all get down and let's get some crowns. Are you gonna play with us, Mike?
I can't.
You
I gotta
can't?
go do schoolwork. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's due at midnight.
What about you, Ash? You down or you got school too?
Same for me. Yeah, school and
Yeah.
maybe prioritize sleep as well. So yeah.
I hear you on that. Yeah. All right, then I guess it's Willie and David. You down too?
He said bet, so I'm pretty sure he's
Oh,
down.
he said bet. Okay, I thought he was betting on
Yeah.
something. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, I got you. All right, so I guess it'll be Willie, me, and David. Yeah. So yeah, my name is James from the Random Counter. I'll catch you in a few minutes, but you can catch these two later on. We'll see you guys next time.